Hello, my name is Brenna Fletcher and I am a PhD candidate under the joint supervision of Angus Webb at the University of Melbourne, Mandy Colson of the North Central Catchment Management Authority and Adam Canning of James Cook University. I am also part of the Murray-Darling Basin CRC research program and located at the Mildura Hub and part of the CRC's Adaptation and Innovation program. My research project is to investigate the impact of regenerative agriculture and its potential to improve outcomes for water quality and availability on farms. Regenerative agriculture is a collection of on-farm practices that seeks to regenerate ecosystem processes whilst maintaining productivity and profit. Much of the focus on regenerative agricultural outcomes to date has been on soil health, and many of the methods used by practitioners achieve this by increasing biodiversity, perenniality, and ground cover. These factors also increase water infiltration and soil water holding capacity. Whilst there is anecdotal evidence that using regenerative practices can help to restore healthy small water cycling, there is limited research into whether the claims of regenerative agriculture in relation to water outcomes are actually realised. Can we increase the amount of effective rainfall using better management, infiltrating as much of the water that falls as possible, storing it in the soil, and recharging our aquifers? It has been well understood for some time that through our management, humans have been creating deserts since the beginning of agriculture. The United Nations has now declared us to be in a state of global water bankruptcy, whereby we have not only extracted too much water, but the way in which it has been taken has degraded the cycle that could renew it. We need to manage both the water itself as well as the natural capital that replenishes it in our landscapes. In Australia, agriculture accounts for 55% of land use and 74% of the country's total water consumption. As a nation, Australia faces the twin challenges of producing more food to address a growing global population, alongside the impacts of climate change and associated increasing water scarcity. Agricultural pollution of and requirements for water in Australia have resulted in severe environmental damage, for example, the impacts on the Murray-Darling Basin and its waterways. If it is possible to restore the small water cycle on Australian farms using low energy requiring practices, this presents a significant opportunity to decrease the need for over-allocation of water to farms and increase water quality and quantity to surface groundwaters as well as our aquifers, at the same time contributing to the restoration of soils and biodiversity. I'm just at the beginning of this project and am currently undertaking a literature review, starting to think about which practices to investigate and possible experimental design, as well as initiating and developing relationships with different landholders and managers. Thank you for your interest in my research. Here are my contact details, as well as those of my principal supervisor.